Hi, it's David here with Futures Trading. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch the video. If you're not familiar with the video I shot on the 15th, I'm going to try to recap everything here. Now, if you want to, you can come over to YouTube and view it on the playlist here. If you're watching it on TikTok, then it's one of these videos up here. It's one of them. But yeah, thank you so much for showing support and being subscribers and liking the video. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And again, I can't say how much I really enjoy the fact that you guys are finding the information informative. All right, that's my goal is to try to give you some simple information to get whatever it is that you want from the market, whatever you want, and it can be big, small, it doesn't matter. I just want to give you something that makes sense. All right, that's not saturated with a lot of rhetoric that again it's hard to understand. So we have, of course, this information here, and I told you that they'll get beneath here. And of course, I told you they'll come back above here because there was something going on with this high that I knew that they should come back. All right. So I told you, don't sell just yet. All right. Now, I did tell you they'll come beneath here, and if we count this, we'll do that in just a second. Let's go ahead and look at our our information with the ranges along with this content here. So we were here, and then of course a little decline there out of that area. They swung back up. Okay, now they poked their head just a little bit higher. That's kind of like right there, and then they came back down. And then of course here come the overnight range. They drove up, came all the way back down, and then of course they poked their head above here, and that's them pushing up. That's them pushing up. And then they went up a bit further. Okay, they went up a bit further. If you can keep up with it, they went up a bit further here. And again, these are the ranges that I released. This decline here. Okay, that'll be roughly this. All right. So if you want the time windows, you can get them. It'll be located below the video. And so they went up there and tested it. Okay, they tested that turn. Okay. Now this is the no close and the hard stop because this bar's low isn't touching this bar's mid. Is this scenario? The bar's low isn't touching the bar mid, and it should have the hard stop and no close up here. Well, I told you it would go back up through this high. So I hopefully, and we'll count the bars in a second. Uh, you have no close over here. You do. And they poked their head up there and they didn't want to close. They gave you the drop. So here's the revisit before the big red bar. Here's the revisit using the ranges. All right. Here's the revisit up to the top, and then there's the decline. All right. So you could get a jump on that setup. I told you should trade all of the information I provide as a whole. Really important that you do that. I can't state that, to you enough. I've been doing this for years, and it's really important that you pay attention to the things that I'm putting in front of you because it would help a great deal. So now I'll show forward to today's, well, the overnight. Here's the overnight information here. Kind of leaned back, did a little bit of that, pushed up, kind of leaned back again. All of that can be found like right in this area over here. All right, so now here come, today's information. So right over here, that's them leaning back, you know, leaning back, did push it up, kind of going to the side here. And then of course they made this information here, which is this. All right. So all of this back and forth all throughout this whole area off that, off the turn down in here, pulling down, that's them pulling down right in here, making the overnight range. That's them pulling down, kind of doing this, pushing up above the range, climbing a bit more, going up into this information here, and then of course pushing even higher. That's this information here, and then pushing higher, and then coming back down. And then they came back to the mid of the range, which is roughly beneath the no close levels. So every time they push down, you'll get the no close information. You will. And you'll know that, before these no close bars kind of form. And that's them getting to the high, and here we are now. All right. So now there's more ranges. I just won't release them to the public. I won't do it. So, but those two are really robust enough to get you whatever you want out of it. Now let's take a look at this hourly. All right. So let me kind of slide this over. All right, kind of walk you through all of it so you can see all the information can be traded as a whole. All right, so now 1, 2, 3. This is where we left off. 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you have 7. Now, typically they can go the distance of the trend. Typically. Now, I told you that they should go back up. That's the most important part of it all. Okay, told you that they should go back up. That there was something up there that they should be able to do. Now, hopefully you didn't take that short. I mean, well, you would have to take it after they set the trend, like maybe halfway back into it, and then take the trend distance out. They didn't do the trend down because I told you they should come back up. Now, if you want, why not go with the trend back up? Because I told you they should go back up. So they all have to be higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and there's 7. So they should do the distance of the trend back up. And all you have to do is measure. Really simple stuff, all right? And they will always do this every day. That's something I want you to know. Don't matter the time frame, they'll do that. Every time they stop, they should do the trend distance. All right. So there may be more here for you, possibly, for them to get up to 94. So 94, somewhere in there. They should be able to get there. I'm not going to come back and cover it. So if you can, expect that if they decide to lean back down a little bit more under the no close bar, that means that they'll go back through the high. That's all that means. So that's what you have here. Now, of course, I told you they'll get beneath here, get above there, and they did just that. Very simple information, okay? So there's your trend. They just knocked it out. All right, that's all it is. And I told you that they should do so. So I hope you found the information informative. And again, I'll show you this information here side by side so you can kind of see the range with this information here. Again, there's the push, there's the push. You would have known that this is down here and it's important. You would have known that, going into it long before it did all of this, all of that back and forth stuff. You would have known it. All right. So really, really important stuff. And again, you can grab the times below the video. And again, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. There's the price action pattern. It's really, really it's simple. It's not complicated. So just get a bar. Make sure that this bar is pushing high enough that the mid gets above here. If that shows up, go ahead and take the ride. That's all. Just take the ride, get in the trade. All right, get in that trade and take the ride up. And stop right outside that low. You're looking for a no close back beneath there. All right. So I wish you all the best with your trading. Again, thank you for all the support. Take care.